Good day and thank you for joining us on FNB Land News. I am Ashley Reddy, and for the next few minutes we will be delving into the techno-savvy future of card payments. We'll be speaking to a few players from FNB about this very topic. Let's start with the news that FNB Credit Card handed out free wallets and contactless credit cards to all Leadership Conference attendees today. Upon entry into Gallagher Estate this morning, all delegates were given recyclable wallets containing credit cards embedded with the latest contactless technology. These credit cards gain visitor access into the exclusive FNB Credit Card pop-up lounge and gourmet food truck areas. In a pleasantly surprising move from the credit card team, the contactless credit cards were preloaded with funds which can be used to purchase any food and drinks at the pop-up lounge, gourmet food truck and Slow Horizon bar. Attendees will be required to process transactions using these contactless credit cards at the credit card stand. But to understand a little more about this, let's join our news reporter Ron Burgundy at the FNB credit card offices in FNB Place to find out more about contactless technology.
Thanks, Ashley. I am here at the FNB credit card division and I'm sitting with the contactless specialist. Her name is Amelia Jacobs. Amelia, thank you for joining us to talk about contactless. So I have no idea what it is. Tell us a little bit more about this contactless technology.
The contactless technology is a new feature we've added to our credit cards. It allows customers convenience when paying for their transactions by just tapping the card on the point of sale device.
Okay, so let me get this straight. I have my credit card, I walk into the shop and I tap it and my payment's made.
That's done.
Wow. Okay, so apart from it being very cool, tell us a little bit more about the benefits to the consumer.
So it's fast and convenient for a customer. It's for all transactions less than 200 Rand. So customer will tap to pay for the transaction and not have to enter a PIN.
Okay, and for a merchant, what kind of merchants or stores would this kind of technology be of use to?
It will benefit a fast food joint because there you always have high volume of traffic, so you want people quickly in and quickly out. So buy your burger, tap and leave the store.
I've got a credit card. How do I know if it's contactless enabled?
So the only difference on the credit card would be a PayWave identifier. It looks similar to a Wi-Fi signal that will indicate that your card is contactless enabled.
I understand that there's been quite a decent take-up of this in the UK, and we've got some stats that we're going to be showing you. Amelia, why don't you just take us through some of those stats?
So in London, contactless card is the fastest growing payment option. There has been an increase over a 6-month period in transactions for more than 150%. Okay. They've issued in excess of 58 million contactless cards already. And the interesting thing is that 44% of contactless transactions in that country is mainly done in supermarkets. But it is also used at the fast foods, as I mentioned, as well as the transport industry.
Sure, that is fascinating. Amelia, thank you for talking to us. Ashley, back to you in the studio.
Thanks so much, Ron. In other news, Visa International has announced the release of Visa Checkout, and we're joined via satellite link by Alina Smith from FNB Credit Card in Johannesburg. Alina, thanks for talking to us. Can you please tell our viewers what Visa Checkout is and how it works?
Hi, Ashley. Thank you. Everybody shops online time to time, and notice that some websites are more user-friendly than the other ones, especially when it comes to paying method and shipping address. So Visa Checkout is a service which allows to shop just in a few clicks. It's also very secure.
Alina, what are the benefits of Visa Checkout?
The benefit of Visa Checkout is that the cardholder has to register just once, and he has the same experience shopping online on different websites. Also, Visa Checkout stores all the details of cards that customer is using and shipping addresses. Let's say today is your mom's birthday, and you want to send her flowers. So all you have to do is just select her favorite flowers, her shipping address, and the bouquet will be delivered onto her doorstep.
Thank you very much, Alina. I look forward to checking out Visa Checkout myself.
Shopping online. Who doesn't love it? But paying online? That's where you're faced with an endless sea of form fields. And that's why there's Visa Checkout. Sign up now and you'll spend less time filling out forms and more time actually shopping. Ready? First, tell us your name. Now make a username and password. try something easy to remember, like your mobile number or email. Oh, and the password just has to be 6 characters. So tell us, how do you like to pay? Add any of your major credit or debit cards, as many as you like. Lastly, set your shipping address. There, you're officially registered with Visa Checkout. We'll keep all your account information safe and secure, so you can pay online in a snap. Now, whenever you shop on the sites you love, keep an eye out for the Visa Checkout button, like here. Things are kind of self-explanatory at this point. Yep, you got it. See, we remembered. And there you have it. Orders all in and ready to go. Start paying with Visa Checkout across all your devices and keep an eye out. We're adding more places to shop online all the time. So, what are you waiting for? Sign up for Visa Checkout now. Visa Checkout, the easier way to pay online.
Joining us in the studio now is Delane Patrick, the Chief Information Officer for FNB Credit Card. Delane, thank you for joining us. We've just heard from Melina Smith from Visa Checkout and Amelia Jacobs from Contactless. What's next?
The payment industry is ever evolving. So to keep up with the new technologies and trends and to understand what we want our customers to actually adopt is sometimes a very daunting task. So there are a few technologies that we're investigating at the moment, more along the lines of securing online shopping and in the physical card world. The first one is a display card, which will allow customers to either request or input an OTP, and the transaction will only be approved once that is completed. The next one is what we refer to as a dynamic cardholder verification card, and this has a screen at the back of the card that replaces your CVV. It's ever changing. It has a battery which operates the card. So even if the card is lost, fraudsters will not be able to use it because that value that you use in online shopping is only valid for a short period of time. We use an algorithm to get to that process. So that secures online shopping, and hopefully our customers will prefer to use those types of technologies as part of online shopping.
But Delane, physical cards are not the only option here. We sent our very own K patients out onto the field to visit a wearable service provider, and it seems like forgetting your watch at home could have additional consequences to not being able to tell the time. Over to you, Kay.
That's right, Ashley. And as you know, I'm the kind of girl who likes to make sure everything matches. But now, picking the perfect outfit has got a little bit more complicated. Take, for example, this snazzy watch. It not only tells the time, but it's now my contactless device for making payments. So if I see something I like, for example, these sunglasses, I simply swipe my watch on the POS machine, morning Natalie, payments processed, and the sunglasses are mine. But watches are not the only wearables here. The range also includes a beautiful compact mirror, which you can hide in your purse. Or take a look here, ladies, a beautiful diamond-encrusted bracelet. The detail on here is beautiful. But it's not only for the ladies, this range also caters for the men. Take a look at this sports watch, which you can wear when you're cycling, running, whatever you're doing. Maybe all these wearables are not quite the thing for you. A simple smartphone cover with a micro tag hidden inside could do the trick. You won't even know it's there. Back to you, Ashley.
Thanks, Kay. Yikes, Delane, it seems that's the kind of stuff you'd expect from James Bond's repertoire. I've also heard of biometrics. What exactly is that?
Well, Ash, biometrics in its simplest form replaces what we understand as the OTP that we were talking about earlier. So it's the personal traits you would have. Voice recognition would be one, fingerprinting, or iris recognition. This would then be used to identify you as a cardholder or a customer in our branches. And just by the way, we're currently using this in our branches at the moment, not just from a credit card perspective, but most of the product houses.
Wow, sounds like something out of CSI.
Yes, so if you look at the current card technology around biometrics, we have something called Swipe that we're currently investigating. And what that is a card that allows you to identify yourself using your fingerprint biometric to approve a transaction. So only once your fingerprint has been approved on the card will the transaction continue.
Wow, thanks, Delane. This has been most informative. Now, you've spoken about a few technologies. Which are you most excited about and why?
Ash, I think I would have to say Visa Checkout and biometrics. I see those two technologies as changing the landscape of authentication in the future, and it's definitely something to look forward to.
Well, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. Thank you so much. Before we head into a break, I have Chris Labuskaghni on the line. Chris is the CEO of FNB Credit Card, and he has just returned from a fact-finding trip in Australia focused on the card payment industry. Chris, can you sum up for us the key learnings from your recent trip?
Ashley, hi. Yes, I think, wow, amazing experience. In Australia, contactless cards are quite prevalent. Taxis, restaurants, retail shops, you see it everywhere. Over 70% of transactions are contactless at the moment. Consumers have got the ability to walk into a shop, pick their own groceries, scan it, pack it, and tap their cards. And I think that's where the industry is moving in, where SA will be heading as well. I guess the trick is to balance that ease of use with managing the risk and getting our customers to trust that product on an ongoing basis. So Apple Pay hit the United States last year, where you use your phone instead of your card to tap a transaction. I think that's going to be the next big thing to hit Australia as well, and some of the other first world countries. And over time, that will come to South Africa as well. Exciting times for the payment industry for all of us.
Very, very interesting. Thanks, Chris, for your time. We'll be back after this commercial break.
Never stop with Visa PayWave. Visa, everywhere you want to be.
Visa PayWave. For purchases under $100, just wave and go.